You know, everybody that you meet has some strength and some weaknesses. Nobody is perfect. That is why we need a savior. That is the reason why Jesus came, because nobody is perfect. We are perfect in him. We are holy in him, and we are righteous in him. So if you want to date someone, remember that the person that you are going to date, the person has some strength and the person has some weaknesses. But there are some weaknesses that you can manage, and there are some weaknesses that you cannot even stand for a day. So it's important that you know yourself better. It's important that you know what you can tolerate and what you cannot tolerate. It's important. That is why it's important that you have, and critical, that always you have a me time and analyze your life and ask yourself, what can I stand? What can I stand? What can I do? What can't I do? Okay, when you know yourself better, it will guide you so that when you meet somebody and you acknowledge the person's weaknesses, you will ask yourself, can I live with these weaknesses for the rest of your life? Because as I always say, you cannot change anybody. You can influence someone. So if you acknowledge someone's weaknesses or someone's bad behavior, you can influence him or her, but it is up to him or her to take it and do something with it. When it comes to matters of the heart, it is only God who changes us from inside out. So the person may behave hypocritically, but inside of him or her, he or she is not willing or ready to change. So it's important that when you acknowledge a weakness about someone, you have to ask yourself, can I live with this person for the rest of my life? Let me give you an example. Maybe you met a lady, she's very beautiful, she's a very hardworking girl, but she's very disrespectful. There are some guys, they can live with that. Well, I know that she's very hardworking, she's beautiful, she's very disrespectful sometimes, but I can manage. But another guy cannot live with that disrespect behavior for even a day. So that person cannot say that I will enter into a relationship with this person when that weakness can even kill you before your time. So know yourself better, what you can stand or what you can manage. Another person cannot manage. I met a lady and she says, Sister Kosia, I met this guy. Oh, he is wonderful, a very hardworking guy, and he's very handsome. I mean, he has everything going for him. But he snores at night. I cannot live with a guy who snores every evening. And because of that, she decided to cut that relationship off, because there was no way that she can stand another woman. It will not be a problem. You are a hardworking guy. Oh, my dear, she will go for it. But you see, this lady is saying that when you snore at night, she cannot sleep. And because of that, she cannot tolerate that weakness. She cannot tolerate that. So because of that, she cut that relationship off. She knows herself. She knows what she can manage and what she cannot manage. So my dear man, I advise for you this morning or this afternoon or evening or whatever time that you are watching this video, do some self-analysis and ask yourself, self-analysis and ask yourself, what can I manage? What can I stand? And what, put me off. So that with the person that you are in a relationship with, when you acknowledge the weakness, when you acknowledge his or her pitfall, and you think that you cannot live with it for the rest of your life, then you let the person go, and then that person will meet another person who will be able to tolerate that differences, and they will live happily ever after. They will live happily together, and he or she can manage that weakness, but you cannot manage. So know yourself so that it can help you, it can guide you, it will be a benchmark that you can stand on to decide whether you can go ahead with somebody that you are dating or somebody that you want to marry, or you cannot stand or you cannot manage. So you have to just let the person go, so that when you meet another person and you see his or her imperfection, you see his or her imperfection, but you believe that it is something that you can manage, then you go ahead with the person, because as I said, nobody is perfect. There is something about everybody that is not good. We are all work in progress. That is the reason why Jesus came. So we are all working to be perfect. He has made us perfect, but we are perfecting our way, okay, to him. So my dear, just know yourself better. Know what you can tolerate and what you cannot tolerate before you accept somebody to be your wife or your husband.